अब की बार ट्रंप सरकार.
BBC documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi has led to a war of words between UK and India.
Speaks very good English. We just don't want to talk.
Former President Trump has been indicted.
Избрал американский народ. И хотя бы поэтому к нему нужно проявлять уважение, даже если мы не согласны с какой-то из его позиций. Это прискорбная негативная составляющая американской.
The Russian president says a military operation is now underway in eastern Ukraine. Ukraine has declared a state of emergency.
I don't feel guilty because I'm engaged in an amoral activity which is not meant to have anything to do with guilt.
Trump is a con man and the ultimate narcissist who wants the world to revolve around him.
So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are for our actually young people.
To have had those non-sanctioned Russians at the table.
You are right, but at the end, the decision what Russia will do depends on Putin. And you have seen Guterres, Macron, and so on trying to build a bridge. So the time is not yet ripe, but we are ready and we have announced it as soon as the time is ripe to offer our bridge building capabilities again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am most touched that Professor Klaus Schwab should have invited me to be with you as we mark the 50th anniversary of the World Economic Forum.
In order to fulfill my solemn duty to protect America and its citizens, the United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
My first days in office, my administration has led with a bold agenda to address the climate crisis and increase energy security at home and around the world. We immediately rejoined the Paris Agreement.
Modi and business tycoon Adani are close allies. Their fate is intertwined.
I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots. The future belongs to sovereign and independent nations who protect their citizens, respect their neighbors, and honor the differences that make each country special and unique.
Считаем, что любая идеология превосходства по своей природе отвратительна, преступна и смертоносна. Однако западные глобалистские элиты по-прежнему твердят о своей исключительности, стравливают людей и раскалывают общество, провоцируют кровавые конфликты.
Now the West is at war with itself. We have seen what kind of future the globalist ruling class has to offer. But we have a different future in mind. The globalists can all go to hell. I have come to Texas.
Let me be clear. The lifting of the Title 42 public health order does not mean our border is open. In fact, it is the contrary. Our use of our immigration enforcement authorities under Title 8 of the United States Code means tougher consequences for people who cross the border.
Of the chaos at the border. Border agents literally cutting the razor wire to let illegal immigrants in. And just miles away from where Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas met with the president of Honduras today, near the border, is an illegal immigrant town. That's right, I said an illegal immigrant town. A
are you going to continue this outrage, complete outrage, where China is poisoning America's children, poisoning our teenagers, poisoning our young people? How long are you going to let this go on?
Congresswoman, let me assure you that we're not letting it go on. We are fighting this.
No, I reclaim my time. You're a liar. You are letting this go on, and the numbers prove it. You can't lie about the facts, Secretary Mayorkas.
I asked that the words be taken down.
Committee will.
We had a hearing yesterday. I made note that Alejandro Mayorkas lied under oath in saying that we have operational control of the border. He had conflicting testimony and in his testimony before other committees, both in the Senate and the House. I think that in and of itself is impeachable. But we will see. The main point is the American people are seeing that this administration, from top to bottom, Biden, Mayorkas, and the brass at DHS, if you will, that they are not enforcing the laws of the United States. They are doing so purposefully. And in so, they are endangering the American people and abdicating their responsibility to follow the laws of the United States and carry out their oaths to the Constitution. Therefore, we need to have a corresponding action. What that means in terms of a timing on impeachment, I mean, look, this administration is giving us a lot to look at. And it's not just what we're dealing with at the border. We happen to think the border is at the centerpiece of what we're seeing in terms of their recalcitrance to follow the law.
Origin, nobody is for that. That's insane. Has the governor of Texas done anything meaningful to stop that? No. The Republican governor? He's got a National Guard. He's the commander-in-chief of the National Guard, and it's Texas, so they're all large. And they have double-stack magazines in their sidearms. You think they couldn't stop that in a week if they... Of course. Just assemble along the border. We're not doing this. What are you doing, man? Don't you have a National Guard? Why don't you seal the border? Oh, it's very complicated. No, it's not. No, it's not. If someone's trying to break into my house, it's not complicated to repel the person. Do you have a firearm or don't you?
Okay, we're doing the same. And so it's just, you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not just not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said.
Change is clear, and it is urgent. We need to ensure a positive and fair transition to net zero and protect our environment.
Oh, that's him! There he is, Zelensky. Go home!
Get out of our country, Zelensky! Get out of our country! APR fucking war! APR fucking war! No more globalism! No more authoritarianism! People up there are fucking starving! Fuck the WEF! We know who you work for! We know you're an actor!
This thing in Davos, they're doing it next week. All these elites come in, the World Economic Forum, and basically, their vision is they run everything and everybody else is just like a serf, like a peasant.